Hello everyone, let us now start the UPSC Civil Service Prelims 2026 question paper analysis. We'll be quick in this as because why the statements are wrong, why the statements are correct, it is already there in the slides that you can download or you can see in the Telegram, or you can also take the screenshot, okay, to learn it more. Okay, but let us do the first hand analysis of this particular paper. The first question that I have picked up here is this is all about history only. What does an empty seat represent? What does an empty seat represent in the Buddhist iconography? Okay, so iconography is nothing but Buddhism is there. No, icon. Icon is nothing but basically either it could be symbols or it could be of elements. Icon. Just like in our like laptops, in our mobile phones, we are having icons of like messages, WhatsApp, like that. So we will identify this is a WhatsApp icon, so we can chat here. This is a Safari, we can browse here. In the same way, Buddhist iconography, the problem here is that most of the student does not understand what is the meaning of iconography. That's why I'm trying to stress more on it. Okay, iconography is nothing but the elements and symbol through which the Buddhism is being represented. Obviously, you are understanding this point that Buddhism is divided into Mahayana Buddhism and Hinayana Buddhism. Hinayana Buddhism, you understand that it is the origin form of Buddhism which was propagated by Siddhartha, Gautama Siddhartha. Okay, why? Because Hinayana, nahi badalna. Okay, change, we should not change. Okay, that's why as Buddha preached non-idol worship, so they were like that only. That's why they never built any kind of idols. Whereas Mahayana Buddhism over a period of time has been inspired by Hinduism and started constructing what? Buddhas, idols, etc. so and so forth. Okay. So, and in the life cycle of Buddhism also, you can see that birth is represented by lotus, right or wrong? Enlightenment is represented by a wheel. So, these are called as what? Icons. These are called as icons. I hope this is clear to you. So, what does an empty seat represent in early Buddhist iconography? The answer to this is the first one, the meditation of the Buddha. Okay, the meditation of the Buddha. Okay, normally understanding the point here. So, the answer here is, let us cross check the answer. Okay, it is right, the meditation of the Buddha. So, if in logic also, if you try to put it out, okay, in a general way, in a casual way, if Buddha is doing meditation, obviously he is not giving the sermons, right? That's why many of the Buddhist places, you will find a throne which is like empty. It means the throne is empty. Why? Because Buddha has went to the Bodhi tree and to do the meditation or not? Yes. So, casually thinking also, okay, the throne will be empty because he is meditating. Obviously, when he is sitting on the throne, he has to solve the issues of the public or not, or give a sermon also. Okay, that as because he is not doing that, he is doing what? Meditation. So, whenever the empty throne is there, the understanding that which is that he might have went to what? Okay, giving the doing the meditation. Okay, clear. Now we are having here second question. Which of the following pairs of ancient and modern names of the rivers are correctly matched? Okay, this is a very basic question in all the UPSC compendiums and also PDF notes, revision notes, quick notes, whatever you say. This particular question have been asked in many of the lower PSC's examination also. So you can see here. Okay, you can learn with me. Jhelum was called as Vitasta. Chenab was called as Asikni. Ravi was called as Purishini. Abhyas was called as Vipasha. Satluj, S. Sutudri. Indus, very easily to identify. Ghaggar, Drishadwati. Ghaggar, Drishadwati. So, repeat it again and again, you will easily understand it. So, you can see here, Vitasta. Vitasta is what? Jhelum. But this is wrong. Now, we are having Asikini. Asikini is what? Chenab is given here. But Asikini here given Jhelum. So, they have interchanged it. Then, Parushini, This is right, as I've already told you. Okay. Vayavati is Bees. It is not like that. Bees we have just studied. Bees is called as Vipasa. Okay, Bees is called as what? Vipasa. So this is also wrong. So which of the following pairs of ancient and modern names of the rivers are correctly matched? Your answer, correctly matched. This is the important thing that you have to always keep in mind whenever you are doing the civil service examination, because that is where correctly and incorrectly most of the students make mistakes. So answer here is only one. Okay, only three. Answer here is C. Answer here is C. Only Ravi river has been matched with what? Parushini. Clear? Fine. The next one which we are having here is, which of the following statements with regard to Amravati Stupa and its relief structures are correct? Amravati is in my state only. Once upon a time when we are undivided state, so it is in like Andhra Pradesh. So it was located in lower Krishna Valley, very true, because from Maharashtra, Triambakeshwar, Godavari and Krishna will flow from Maharashtra and both Godavari Krishna flow from Maharashtra enters into Telangana, okay, then enters into Andhra Pradesh. And Amravati is very close to what? Krishna Valley. Amravati is very close to Krishna Valley. So the statement 1 is anyhow right. In India, it was next only to Sanchi Stupa in size. So here they have not given, okay, that it is in bigger size or in smaller size. It is basically meant in the form of English is that how much big the Sanchi Stupa is there. Is it Amravati Stupa is also that much big? That is a question which is wrong. Why? Because the Amravati Stupa, if it is having that much of characteristic, no, we would have studied. Okay, so it is like having size lesser. Size is lesser than what? Sanchi Stupa. So this is a wrong statement. The Amravati school of sculpture made a long-lasting impact on the later South Indian sculpture. Okay, every school of architecture definitely has made impact on the social conditions and cultural conditions of that particular area. Okay, and its products were carried to Sri Lanka and South Asia. Very true, because where is India is here, obviously whatever the Buddhism, Jainism, everything has been propagated to Sri Lanka, then went to what? Indonesia, etc. Okay, Cambodia, Myanmar. So the religions which are flourished here has basically in our history has taken what? Eastern side what? Expansion rather than the western side is expansion. Okay, remember this point here. I don't know exactly that why they used to go only to the eastern side. You can write in the comment section. So this is also right. So what is our correct or incorrect? First of all, you have to see after seeing the statement correct or incorrect. It is asking correct. So you are having 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 3 is correct. So the answer to this is B. The answer to this is B. Very easy. You can do this because okay, if you know this one, you are done. But 1, 2, 3 is also there means you have to know the size, which is very difficult question I can say. Which are the following pairs of king and dynasties of early history Tamilakam are not correctly matched? Not correctly matched. Okay, this is correctly matched. This is not correctly matched. This is correctly matched. Remember this point here. Okay, the answer to this B. Not correctly matched. B, this is not correctly matched because Udayan Jiral is again belonging to what? Chera dynasty only. Chera dynasty only, not correctly matched. This is correctly matched, correct. King and the dynasty is correct. King and the dynasty is Sengutuan, Chera, right. Nedujilian, Pandya, right. Okay, Udayan Jiral, Chola is not right. Chola is not right. You can see here, Sengutuan, Chera is right, correctly matched. Udayan Jiral, again what? Chola dynasty, not Chera, Chola dynasty belongs to what? Okay, Chola is given, it is incorrectly. Again, he is the ruler of what? Chera dynasty, whatever I have said before, that was only correct. Then this is also Nedunjayal, again Pandyan. Very simple question, but the thing is that we don't give much importance to South Indian dynasties in our, what I say is that preparation, because whenever we talk about Marathas, whenever we talk about Vatakatas, whenever we talk about like Kakatiya kingdom or Satavahanas, like Cholas, Badami Chalukyas, we don't give much importance to our studies when we are dealing with regional kingdoms or regional dynasties. We think that UPSC is a pan-India level examination. That's why most of the question will be what? Very much uniform in size. But with the help of this, we understood very clearly that you need to concentrate on the regional kingdoms and dynasties also for your 2027 preparation too. Okay, clear? Fine. Then we are having which of the following factors contributed to the formation of forward bloc by Subhash Chandra Bose. It was founded in the year, please pause the video and write in the comment section, founded, which is what is the year? 1938 or 1939? 1938 or 39? Tell me which one is the year. I will leave this particular, okay, was debate, not exactly debate, I homework to you in the comment section. We have given 2 dates. You have to at least identify which one is exactly matching along with the month and also the date also you write it. Okay. Now, which of the following factors contributed? Means why Subhash Chandra Bose actually have started forward bloc? Why his own forward bloc? Why his own political party? Because it does not like Hindu Mahasabha, one particular objective ideology is not there. Muslim League, one particular objective ideology is not there. Communist Party of India 1924, that also we do not have a proper idea. They also have a proper ideology. So Subhash Chandra Bose forward bloc does not belong to any of this ideology. So what made him to actually start this particular forward bloc? That is more important here. Okay, fine. So here, so let us see something about the Bose here. Okay, statement 1, after defeating Pattabi Sitaramaya at the Tripuri session in 1939, Bose faced severe opposition from the Congress Working Committee and Gandhiji's staunch loyalist. Since he could not win the confidence of the Gandhiji, okay, he resigned. Gandhiji, what is there? Bose failed to win the confidence of the Mahatma Gandhiji. True. Okay, though he has defeated Pattabhi Sitaramaya in the Tripuri session. Okay, but when someone wins the election, he should preside the INC session or not? Yes, he should preside. But Mahatma Gandhiji was not happy with the winning of the Bose, that the presiding seat has not gone to Pattabhi Sitaramaya. That's why he was unhappy. Okay, that's why as the Gandhiji was unhappy, Bose, okay, resigned. So this is true. It is true that Bose failed to win the confidence of the Mahatma Gandhi. This is important. This is true. In fact, this is true. But whether it will be a contributing factor for the formation of forward bloc, that is another question. But a statement wise, this is true. The Congress was left disunited and failed to support Bose. Okay. The Congress left wing were highly fragmented. Despite Bose's attempt to unite various leftist fractions under a single platform to push for a more radical struggle against the British, they failed to present a unified. Okay, so that's why statement 2 is also right. The Congress was left with disunited. That is also true. The communists did not support Bose. Okay, this is incorrect. Why? Because communists supported before. Later on, they took out the what I say is that support. The communists initially did support Subhash Chandra Bose in his presidential bid and his radical anti-imperialistic stand, because they also wanted to do something with the power only. Communist Party of India, they take up arms and they try to achieve the objectives. So they are in the form of force, with force. So anti-imperialism, okay, they also radical anti-imperialism, they were against. However, the statement is not correct because internal factor that pushed Bose to form the forward bloc, it was not there. So this is not the reason. This is not the reason, it says. The supporters of M.N. Roy and socialist leader like Jayaprakash Narayan preferred Congress unity to support. Okay, so this is fourth one is also right. Okay, now you can see here, this is the only statement that is very much different, very much in isolation with regard to what formation of forward bloc. Okay, all other three statements are true. So your answer here is 1, 2, 4. Remember this point. Okay, so this is a reason leading to forward bloc. This is a reason leading to forward bloc. If the Congress was united, then they would have voiced their favoritism to the Subhash Chandra Bose or not? Yes. As because Congress was far fragmented and there is no crystallization of opinion happened, no consensus happened, he has to resign. So that is reason. The supporters of M.N. Roy and socialist leaders like Jayaprakash Narayan, they also preferred Congress unity more. Okay, that's why as Subhash Chandra Bose has not been a part of many of the INC session, giving him directly the presidency, will not be a right way. Congress thought like that. Okay, Jayaprakash, socialist leaders thought like that. Mahatma Gandhi was also adverse. That is the reason he went on to form what? Forward bloc. Okay, consider the following statements regarding the British policy of Awadh immediately after his annexation in 1856. Okay, the Talukdars were dispossessed of their estates but allowed to retain their arms and forts. How can that be possible? 1856 is the era of what? Is the period where the British, East India Company was flourishing and peaking. Okay, 1773 we got the Regulating Act, then Pitt's Act of 1784, then Charter Act of 1813, then it goes on. So they started establishing what? They started having their administration. So obviously they did not want any talukdars, any other person to keep arms with them. So that's the reason, though after the Awadh, they dispossessed of their states. Okay, I have Ashoknagar with me, so I am dispossessed. No, now Ashoknagar is not yours. Okay, at that time the talukdar also used to have the arms and fortresses. Okay, they are not given this also. So this is a wrong statement. Why? Because they allowed to retain is wrong. They are not allowed to retain this also. This is wrong. If the first one is wrong, you are left with 2, and so you have to know both of them are right or wrong. A summary revenue settlement was made in 1856, assuming that talukdar were outsiders. The British believed in taking revenue directly from the peasants by removing the talukdars. That is also there, that in the form of what? Ryotwari system. Ryotwari system. So here, okay, which of the following statements are correct? 2 and 3 are correct. 2 and 3 are correct. Little bit detail, if you have studied the modern spectrum history, you will be having this. Okay. Then consider the following assertion. Okay, means it could be like this. What is the consequence? The genesis of political alliances based on the community lay in the very nature of what? Montague Chelmsford reforms of 1919. Okay, political alliances. Means political alliance is nothing but now today we are having what? NDA is there, UPA is there. One party cannot have the majority seats in our country. Now also if you see Tamil Nadu, TVK cannot get the majority seats, got only 108. Have to take the help of what Congress and some of the smaller parties. So these are called as what? Political alliances. These are called as what? Political alliances. So here the question is Montagne-Chelmsford reforms. Because of that, political alliances based on community started. Which of the following is true with supports this assertion? Okay. Suppose this assertions reform. Now, reforms retained and extended the principle of separate electorates. Very, very true. Okay, over a period of time, they started giving what? Father of communal representation we are having. Okay. Then slowly, the separate electorates were extended to Muslim, then to the minorities, Jain Sikhs, then to the women also, so then to the depressed classes also. So Montagne-Chelmsford reforms started giving separate electorate. The separate electorate started making what? Political parties, and later on they started making what? Political alliances based on their ideology. So you just imagine that how things have been originated. Okay, so because of the separate electorates given to different castes, different categories, these castes and categories started what? Making what? Political associations and parties, later on making what? Alliances. Separate electorates were supposed to counter nationalism, which was growing stronger. That is true. Okay. Why? Because if separate electorates are not there, all the Indians could be easily united by the INC or not on the basis of only one enemy you are having. What is that enemy? British. Now separate electorates they have given so that the feeling of nationalism should go. I will take care of my caste first. I will take care of my religion first. I will take care of my community first. Okay, I know SC will think of SC. ST will think of ST. Minorities say. So as in to fragment the nationalism concept, to dissect the nationalism concept. Okay, this kind of separate electorate started being given to different categories. Deprived classes rallied around favors inheritance separate. Okay, whoever has been deprived, they are given what? Separate electorates. They are given what? Benefits. Obviously, if you give me perk and privilege, I will be with you. So if British government started giving separate electorates to all these categories and classes and the genders, so obviously what will happen? They will not go against what? British. So the idea of nationalism will slowly go down because these people will become what? Adherents to British government. So all the 3, 1, 2, 3 are right. Okay. Pandit Mallikarjun Mansur, the famous classical singer from the Karnataka, represented which gharana? Okay, Jaipur Atruli Gharana. Okay, a musical tradition, rhythmically sophisticated. Rhythmically means like rhythm. There will be always a rhythm. Rare ragas, achop ragas, suddenly it will come up. And complex melodic phrasing, tans. Okay. Then in which among the following tests does the term Kshetrapani? Okay, if you have done lot of mistress, a lot of study, then only you can able to. Okay, female deity as a guardian. It is explicitly mentioned in Atharva Veda. Okay, explicitly mentioned in Atharva Veda. The Atharva Veda, which heavily documents the daily life, domestic affairs and folk traditions, introduces Kshetrapani, a female guardian deity or a spirit invoked, just like we are having what? Okay, Batukamma, or I guess not Batukamma, Bonalu. There you will be having Potaraju. In that, a woman lady will invoke goddesses in herself and start foretelling what is going to have in future. Okay, that kind of, okay, a female deity. So whatever the, okay, Pochamma and in Salar movie also, they have been worshipping a female deity. Okay, so that kind of female deity invoking to bring fertility, bless agriculture, all that also being mentioned in what? Atharva Veda. Which of the following Carnatic music ragas similar to Raga Bilawal in Hindustani music? The answer here is Dhira Shankara Bharanam. What is this Dhira Shankara Bharanam? Hindustani and Carnatic music. Hindustani music is North India. Carnatic music is South India. They share a deep structural relationship. Okay, where many melodic frameworks ragas share the exact same musical notes swaras, but go by different names. Dhira Shankara Bharanam, okay, commonly referred to simply as Shankara Bharanam, 29th Melakarta parent scale raga. It consists of 7 natural notes in their major forms. Okay, this scale corresponds exactly to the raga Bilawal. Okay, the fundamental third or basic scale in Hindustani. Okay, basically Carnatic and Hindustani music is basically compared. Carnatic and Hindustani music is basically compared here. Okay, now let us discuss the second part of the MCQs in the class 2.